So this is the Google Home. So speaker has actually 3 speakers built into it, so it actually has pretty decent sound quality. But what's really cool about it is it actually has the ability to work with the Phillips Hue lighting system, which if you haven't seen my last video, I did do an upgrade to Phillips Hue, so check that one out. And it also has the ability to work with the Logitech Harmony remote, which I also have. So basically I can control pretty much everything in my home theater system with the Google Home and do it by voice. So that's what I'm going to go over in this video, how I got that set up, what you have to do. It does rely pretty heavily on If This Then That, the app that you can get for free. Unfortunately, the Google Home out of the box didn't come with support for Harmony, but we are in luck because If This Then That can speak between Google Assistant and then the Harmony Hub. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about how I got those set up. Okay, so I'm going to show you on the iPad here how you set up the recipes so you can use the Google Home to control the Harmony Hub. I imagine that sometime in the near future they're going to add native support through the Google Home for Harmony, but they just haven't yet, so this is a workaround, and this is really the reason that I wanted to do it, or get the Google Home, is so I can control my home theater just by voice. So there's 2 services that you're going to be using. One is Google Assistant and the other is the Harmony service. And these are both available through If This Then That. So I'm kind of going to walk you through how you do it. So up here at the top right corner, you select the plus button. And you'll see that this is in blue. So you select this. And it's going to ask you up here to search for a service. So in services, you're going to search Google. And you'll see Google Assistant pops up. So when Google Assistant pops up, it's asking you to choose your trigger. So you're going to say a simple phrase. And then it has some options. So what do you want to say? And you can select whichever one it is. I'm not going to create a new one, but you can select whichever one it is. So you select, one of the ones I did was watch a movie. So when I say watch a movie, hold on one second. I got to select something. So I'm going to say blah, blah, blah. All right, so when I say that word, whatever phrase or whatever word you select, then you select that. Then I want to go in here and select Harmony. I select Harmony, and once If This Then That is connected with your Harmony Hub, you can select which command you want to do. And that's as simple as it is. Now you do have to create one for starting a command and ending a command. So really the only thing I can see that would be difficult with this is remembering what starts and what ends each command, but you can do multiple phrases too. So I could do like watch a movie, start a movie, watch a Blu-ray. If I say any 3 of those things, it'll all run that watch a Blu-ray command through If This Then That. And like I said, I imagine once we get actual native Harmony support for the app, then we'll, it'll be a lot easier to do. But you can see here, you can select which commands you want to run. So. And that's really as simple as it is. I have the Hue lights run through my Harmony commands, so technically the Google Home controls both the Harmony and the Hue just by saying the one thing. I'm gonna flip over to the home theater system. I'm gonna show you guys kind of how it works, and then I'll talk to you about some of the other stuff that this thing can do. So hold on, I'll show you in a second. Okay, so now we're back in front of the living room theater system. So I'm going to show you some of the commands that I set up. And again, you have to remember to go through If This Then That first to set these recipes up. Once Google supports Harmony, I imagine this is going to be a little bit easier. Probably the hardest thing that I've run into so far is remembering what I set the phrases as, because you have to say that specific phrase in order for it to run the command. So again, I'm hoping once Harmony actually supports the Google Home, that will be able to just say the command as you have it set up on your remote. So the remote I actually have set up on the TV stand over there, so you don't think there's any camera trickery over here. I'm not using the remote at all. It's just going to be done by the Google Home. And all you have to do is say, OK Google, which activates it. And then I'm going to say, watch a movie. OK Google, watch a movie.
Star Wars, again.
So you can set it up with If This Then That to say something back to you when you ask it to do a command. So when I say watch a movie, the Google Assistant says Star Wars again, which is funny because I don't even really like Star Wars. But you can see, because I have the Hue lights tagged to the Harmony app, when I say watch a movie to Google Home, it runs the command, turns all my devices on, the Blu-ray player, the TV, the receiver, it changes the lights, and what do you know? Star Wars is on. I don't even like Star Wars. It's the weirdest thing. But yeah, what I also like about it is you can shut everything down with a command as well. So all I have to do is say, okay, Google, turn off the movie.
You got it.
She says, you got it. Takes it a second. Shuts everything down, and it brings the lights up. And those lights being brought up are actually done through that Harmony command. So when I shut anything off with the Harmony remote, it always brings my lights back up. Now what I like a lot is you can do, you can tell the Google Home to change your lights however you want to. So like this light right here that's in front of me is actually called our office light. So if I say, okay Google, shut off the office light.
Sure, turning the desk light off.
Shuts it off. Okay Google, turn on the desk light.
Okay, turning the desk light on.
So you can do that. If you have the color bulbs and you have the LED strips, which can change color, you can even tell it to change the color. So I can say, okay Google, turn the living room lights to green.
You got it, changing 3 lights to green.
So it changes the lights to green. Now you can call out, I have these 3 grouped as the living room. You can call out individual lights. So I can say, okay Google, turn the TV lights to blue.
You got it, changing the TV lights.
And it changes just those TV lights. Now you can also control the brightness of these things just by a voice command, which is what I really like too. So, okay Google, turn the living room lights to white.
You got it, changing 3 lights to white.
And then I can say, okay Google, bring that living room lights to 30%.
Sure, setting 3 lights brightness to 30%.
And it dims them down. Or I can say, okay Google, turn off the living room lights.
Okay, turning 3 lights off.
And shuts them right down. So that's just some of the stuff you can do for Harmony and home control. You can do anything, like earlier we were messing around and we set up a shopping list, and that shopping list actually synced with an app on my phone called Google Drop, Google Save, I think it's something like that. So you can be in your kitchen and you can be going through your pantry and you can say, okay Google, create a shopping list, which is probably going to start doing now. And you can add as many items as you want, and then I can walk out the door and I have that list right on my phone. So I mean, this is really a feature-rich option. Hey, okay Google, stop. You got to tell it to stop listening to you sometimes. That I can see might get a little weird because, you know, I might say that phrase that turns this thing on and it might be listening to me, but for the most part it's very, very cool, and I like the functionality that it has with the Harmony app through If This Then That. I can't wait until they actually support Harmony because like I said, I think it's going to be a lot easier where you can do actual commands where it's like you say the phrase you need to turn it on and you say pause the movie and it'll pause it for you instead of having to create a recipe through If This Then That in order to do it. So like I said, I just want to go into a little bit more of an in-depth coverage of this because I've seen some videos on YouTube already of it when I was looking to buy it, where people just showed you how they, or what their commands were set up, but they didn't show you actually how to do it. So it's through If This Then That. It's very simple to do. It takes a little bit of patience to get your commands set up, but once they are, it's a really feature-rich product. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll try and get back to you. Otherwise, I will catch y'all on the flip side. Mufasa! I almost forgot to show you one of the coolest things about this Google Home. So, just when you thought this video over, it's not. You can set up a Google Chromecast somewhere in your home, and you can tell the Google Home to play music on that Chromecast. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Say I want to listen to, who do I want to listen to? Sia. Okay, Google. Turn on the stereo.
Okay, but you need better speakers.
Telling me I need better speakers. So it's turning that command on. So that was the Harmony command to turn the stereo on so I can, okay Google, turn on the desk light.
You got it, turning the desk light on.
I did that command so that way it would turn on the stereo, and that was done through If This Then That and control the Harmony to turn the stereo on. This command that I'm about to do is actually built directly into the Google Home. So you don't have to go through If This Then That, you can just tell it to do it. So I'm going to say, okay Google, play Sia on my receiver.
Alright, Sia from Google Play Music. Playing on receiver.
So what it did was, it turned on the receiver with If This Then That, and then I told it to play Sia through the receiver. Okay, Google, pause the music. So I love that. That is the coolest thing. So I can be anywhere in the house. And the microphone in this, by the way, is really good. We have a hallway right down here, and at the end is the bathroom. I was in the bathroom, was taking a poop like usual, and I was like, you know what, I want to listen to some music. I said the words, activated it right away, and I was able to tell it to play some music. So it's awesome. You can go anywhere you want in the house, and you can tell it to play music. All I have to do is say, play it through my receiver, and it knows to send it to that Chromecast that's plugged into the receiver. So practically, I can start up any command that I want just by talking. It's like a futuristic movie, but it's actually real. It's in my house. So for $130, that thing is killer. I recommend if you have Hue and Harmony to pick it up. No questions about it. Do it. And then, like I said, once it actually supports the Harmony software, it will be incredible. Okay, I'm out. Bye bye.